Me dio muy duro dejar a mi familia, las reuniones, los cumpleaños, la Navidad. Éramos muy unidos con mis hermanos y mis papitos. Pensar en ellos es lo que me impulsa a seguir. Yo trato de ayudarles mucho y cuando puedo viajo a verlos. Yo sigo adelante buscando mi futuro, porque sé que un día voy a volver a casa a disfrutar a mi familia. Hoy trabajo feliz y gracias al programa Colombianos en el Exterior de Colpensiones, puedo aportar para mi pensión a través del pago en línea, desde cualquier lugar del mundo y a cualquier hora. Ya no tengo que ir a ningún lado ni pagar costos adicionales.
La-di-da-di, my nose is snotty. Who likes to rock the potty? I do. Here we go. This is the Metal Hammer of Doom, and I am your host, the Mandator Reporter, and frankly, I'm sick once again. How many times have I said that this year? How many podcasts have I done with some form of the sniffles or other? Mr. Mark Radulich, and tonight, booyaka booyaka, we are reviewing the new P.O.D, Payable on Death, their album Circles, which dropped a few weeks ago. We're going to review it for you tonight. And here is a man who's as well as he can be. He rocks the party. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mammy himself. Mammy. I'm talking to you, Mammy. Mammy. Jesse Starcher.
Oh, Mark Radulich, I'm so sorry for your ills, sir. You said you was coming down with something there yesterday. I wondered how you'd be doing today. You're soldiering on, though. You're soldiering forth. We're heading into P.O.D. Circles. And I clearly thought, man, if there was an album that he probably would just say, all right, screw it, may have been this one. But once again, we show our dedication to our listeners out there by going forward and reviewing the album that I don't know if it's going to score very well for me this on our yearly chart.
Let me tell you something, Jesse Starcher. Let me tell you something.
Tell me something, brother.
I had plans last year to go see a UFC pay-per-view, the Amanda Nunes Ronda Rousey pay-per-view at my buddy's house. I had pneumonia, cancer, and the boogie-woogie flu. I couldn't breathe for shit. Okay, I was hyperventilating on the couch. They had to give me an asthma pump. But because I had plans, we went anyway.
It was on the schedule.
It was on the schedule. La-di-da-di, I schedule my parties.
Yes, you do. Ain't nobody going to be stopping Mark Radulich from heading out and doing something or doing a podcast, even though he is not feeling well. So, man,
I'll tell you, I probably should have died last year, but my stubborn ass just fought through everything. And like, no, I got shit on the schedule.
Yeah, I was going to say, dude, did you put that on the schedule? No, you didn't.
No.
So therefore, it's not going to happen.
That's right. I'm gonna keep, I'm sure God was like, I was supposed to claim his ass last year, but he didn't put death on the schedule, so he just kept going.
It's just, let him go.
The man is stubborn. So as much as I would love to be going to bed right now, we're going to rock this party. Are you ready?
I am ready, man. P.O.D, buddy. Boy, has it been a while since I listened to something from them.
Ugh. Excuse me.
And song 1 has not been played.
So, yeah, I love old P.O.D, Southtown, Boom. I love all that stuff. Here's the problem, right? P.O.D can either be, really, really good, or it tends to get into that. I'm trying to think, like 311. They remind me a lot of 311, where 311, has a song like Down, which is kind of heavy and really cool sounding. But then they do that like roots reggae type sound, and it's like meh.
Yeah, take it or leave it.
The white people like it, but it's not for me. You know what I mean?
I hear you. This was a band, and we talked about this on the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra. That's my way of cheap plugging that. The album that dropped in 2001, Satellite, on September 11th.
Satellite.
I was just reaching that time where I could find music on the internet. I may have had dial-up internet still, but at this point in time, I knew where to go, where I could find my songs, and this was that album right there was. There were quite a few songs, I think about 3 that I remember off of there that were heavily played. Alive was one of them, Boom, and there was a third one. Shit, what was it called? But regardless, they were in heavy rotation for me back in 2001. And shortly after that, they fell off my radar completely. I wasn't going and seeking them out. I enjoyed what I heard the first time, but not enough to where it made me go, okay, I want to hear more. So I haven't listened to anything for 17 years, Mark Radulich, unless I accidentally heard it on the radio somehow. I haven't listened to much from P.O.D. since then. So jumping into this album, it was going to be interesting to see where things had progressed.
All right, well, the hunt for White Christ continues on, and while that's still going, let's go ahead and play our first song of the night.
I'm glad that continues. That's going to be on the schedule forever.
The hunt for White Christ continues on. I have Melissa on the computer right now. She's looking for White Christ. I know she is.
That's her homework assignment. This is an interesting school.
She's trying very hard to ignore me, but I will not be ignored, and neither will White Christ.
No, we will not.
All right, this is the best song on this album, and after this album goes off a fucking cliff.
Yes, indeed.
This is Rockin' with the Best.
Let us begin. What, where, why, or when? I take offense to pussycats hanging in the lion's den. All trends, secondhand versions, a knockoff imitation, my echo in the wind. I remember when this music meant something, and these rappers weren't frontin', but now they all bluffing, not about nothing. No resumes and no dues. Nobody heard KRS, he was talking to you. In about 4 seconds, a new teacher was gonna speak. I think we need my philosophy part 2 and 3. So take it from me. All I need is a bass line, feedback from a guitar. I did them all with one rhyme. Who rocks the party that rocks the party? I rock the party that rocks the party. You rock the party that rocks the party. Even I rock with the best. Who rocks the party that rocks the party? I rock the party that rocks the party. You rock the party that rocks the party. Even I rock with the best. As good as it gets from past to present tense, MP3s on iPhones to tapes and cassette decks. From what's hot now to what's next, no special effects. I'm on another level, too memorable to forget. Poetically frenetic, got you open for discussion. My left-minded logic controlling right brain function. Imagination and sight beyond the norm. Of music and art create 3-dimensional forms. Not to mention 1 over 4 quarter century or more. We've been rocking on tour for your pleasure. So lottie-dottie, don't mean to be so cocky, but everybody and they mommy know who co-rocks the party. Who rocks the party that rocks the party? I rock the party that rocks the party. You rock the party that rocks the party. Even I rock with the best.
That is a song I wish we could have played the whole thing. It's so good. And here's the problem. Like, you assume that as silly and short as that song is, it's only going to get better from there. It doesn't. That's like the heaviest song on the album.
You and I were talking about this video, and you were like, man, if the rest of this album is like this, I'm really going to enjoy it. And 3 songs into my first listen of this album, I was like, Mark Radulich is not going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I was tooling around town. I think it was Saturday. I took my kid for haircuts and sandwiches. And haircuts and sandwiches, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, every day, all day.
So I took the kid for haircuts and sandwiches, and we were listening to the P.O.D. And I was like, and then, it was like rocking with the best. Yeah, I'm like jumping in the car. I'm telling my kids who rocks the party, that rocks the party. They're like, please just drive the car.
2 hands on the wheel, Dad. Stop driving with your knees.
I told them, Lottie Dottie, we likes the party. They're like, we just want to live through this car ride. So,
gets us home safely.
So then we go into the next couple of songs, and I'm like, oh, God. So basically, it's like, the P.O.D. circles is like the equivalent of the girl who hides her crazy well. She gets you with, like, she's fun and exciting, and, and she seems like she's going to be awesome. But then there's all this crazy hiding behind the door that once she's got the hooks in you, you can't get away from.
This first song is a great opener, but it's so deceiving. That is what really makes me mad, and I think probably adds to my distaste for this album as well.
Yeah.
It's like just like you said, it's a welcoming, buxom broad. Oh my goodness, check this chick out. And then you walk in, you're like, where did all these cats come from?
Right. Like, why am I Robert Cooper, what are you doing here? All right, so with that said, here's one of their 311 sounding songs. This is Always Southern California.
It's always Southern California in my head, where summer never ends. Wherever I go, you come with me. I think of you and it puts me at ease. Sun on my face and the sand on my feet. There is no other place I'd rather be, so I'm gone, but soon I'll be home. The road is calling me. Another show, another song left to sing, so it might be a while till I see you, Cali. It's always Southern California in my head, where summer never ends, summer never ends. Always Southern California in my head, where summer never ends, summer never ends.
P.O.D. are in a vicious game of who wore it better with Big Tings.
Yeah, I have. I wish I
Skindred.
had. I got
Skindred.
about 3 more songs down. I make a Big Tings reference. So we're on the same level. Man, this one right here is such a drop from intensity. It's just.
I actually don't mind this song. I
Okay.
like it. It's got a groovy beat to it. But here's the thing: like, it reminds me too much of Skindred, and Skindred does the reggae thing so much better.
Yeah, I agree with you there. This was not. This song just didn't interest me.
Like,
I wasn't interested.
Like, if you're gonna do the reggae rap, the reggae rock thing, don't just stick the tip in. Give me the whole shaft. Don't tease me.
I want to feel it. I want to feel it.
Don't tease me with your mushroom top, okay? Don't tickle my sack. Just jam the shaft all the way in.
References.
You know what I'm talking about, Melissa?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
That's horrible.
Melissa's like, we need an office.
Just a partition, please, something, so I don't have to see you.
Melissa's going right now. She's like, I would do anything for him to be in an office away from me right now.
Yeah.
But but what I'm saying is P.O.D.'s tickling my sack, and they're not going whole hog into the reggae thing.
No, they're not Skindred. There's a reason why Skindred called their album Big Tings.
That's right.
Okay.
This is
a little ting.
This is a little ting. This is a very unsatisfying ting.
Indeed.
These are dick jokes, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're enjoying them. They're going into my 5-minute set. So I was talking to my buddy Hardy that I work with. I don't know why I gave his name. I normally don't do that on the air, but you know why? Because I looked at Melissa because she knows who he is.
Okay, gotcha.
But so I was talking to my deputy friend, and I was telling him about how one of the other deputies wants me to do stand-up with him. He's like, yeah, he's been trying to get me to do that too. And I'm like, oh, he's a stand-up whore is what he is.
Anybody, come experience it, please.
He is waiting. He is at Penn Station waiting for little girls to get off the train tracks so he could whore them out. He's big.
Desperate.
He is big pimping, spending cheese. That's what he's doing. He'll tell anybody they could be a comedian. That's what's happening.
You've got yourself something that you're developing in your phone right now. I guarantee it. There's at least a notepad dedicated to some bits for you that you can put on stage. And one of these days you're going to be like, I'll see you there Friday. And you're going to show up and you're going to just destroy the audience. Or they're not going to laugh. One of the two things is going to happen.
I'm going to lead off with fucking cranberry sauce and see where that takes me.
So I do this podcast, you see.
All right, let's move on to the title track here. This is Cycles.
And wake up to make up what is real. Rotate your mind, state to stand still. Partake in mistakes, spin the wheel. Sedate, medicate, so just take the pills. Prescriptions permitted cause he said it is. Accepted stimulants, sedatives. Legalized, this guy's high in his head. He's too numb to cry, so he's laughing instead. I hear you like the tough love. Poison heals the pain. Then push turns to shove cause poison kills the pain. You could be my next buzz. Poison heals my pain. When will it be enough cause poison kills the pain? I'm just right here, spinning in circles. I'm spinning in circles. Spinning, 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 spinning in circles. Spinning, 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 spinning in circles. Heartbreak, muscle aches, what's the deal? I'm not high like butterflies, what I feel. If his love is too good to be real, I would give you anything, just ask me, I will. Passion to crush, infatuation, delusion to lust, my fascination. Obsession, my new addiction. There's no telling what I do if you leave me again. I hear you like the tough love.
So I'm realizing what my problem with this is that they let off with Rockin' with the Best, which just cut the damn song from the album. Started with Always Southern California, and I'm like, oh, okay. This is like a 311 Skindred type reggae rock band, and I'll never cover it on the Metal Hammer of Doom, but at least, I won't be led to believe it's something else.
Yeah. So my notes for this particular song was, there went the boom. Because it's nowhere to be found.
I'm spinning in circles. Spinning in circles. It's just
this album, and I've said this before about other albums, this album made me want to go back and figure out, did I really like Satellite that much? Because if this is a representation of what it was, that album was, it's been a while since I listened to it, then maybe that album doesn't hold up as much. So I go back and I listen to a good bit of Satellite today, and I'm like, man, they have really mellowed out. At least they're not as aggressive as they used to be. That's for sure. And these last two songs kind of point that out. But I think as we get to this next one, there's still a little bit of life left in them. It's just they don't put it that out as they don't put that out front.
Okay. So I remember, like, back in my 20s, I don't know, I had a really good friend in high school, and then, you know, I dated his sister, and, you know, we kind of had a falling out, and we came back together a little bit later, and the thing about him was that he was one of my concert buddies. You know, we spent the early part of our, you know, the late teens, early 20s going to concerts together, and, you know, what kind of concerts? Metal concerts. Mm-hmm. Then we had this, you know, this breakup of our friendship, and we came back together, and I was like, "Oh, are you still listening to XYZ?" And he, not the band XYZ, but are you still listening to all these other metal bands? And he was like, "No, I'm just not angry anymore." That's what I feel like is happening with P.O.D.
Yeah.
You know, another story real quick. Fred Durst talked, you know, I think, I want to say it was after the second album, you know, the albums that nobody likes or remembers, where, you know, the stuff post Nookie and Break Stuff and all that shit. Mm-hmm. I feel like I want to say now that I think of it, that might have been Chocolate Starfish, but either way, I remember Fred Durst giving an interview where he was like, "This next album, we've had so much success that we're starting to lose our edge, and I want to get the band into the studio, but I want to turn off the air conditioning. I want to, like, put up all the windows. I want to make it as uncomfortable as possible so that we get our edge back and we start making music like we used to."
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where we are with P.O.D. right now, where it's like I'm sure somewhere they're expressing how that, you know, where they are, you know, in their lives, but it's not a reflection of where they were, and it's so much less appealing that way.
Yeah, and to be fair, myself, I wasn't following these guys, so there's a big gap between this album and the last album I heard, and there are a lot of albums that they had that, I mean, shoot, we have one in 2015, one in 2014, which is the SoCal Sessions, one in 2013, 2012, 2006, 2005, 2003. All of those albums, I couldn't name probably one song off of those. And it just goes to kind of show you that, you know, yeah, their sound may have evolved. Imagine Mark Radlich jumping into Pitchfork from Clutch, and then someone comes up to you and says, "Okay, it's been 20-some years. Here's the Book of Bad Decisions."
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be like, "Oh, okay, well." So, to be fair, we don't know what their evolution is like, but either way, this is the Metal Hammer of Doom, Mark Radlich. You ever hear somebody say that before?
So
this don't feel like it.
Here's what the wiki says. The title of the album possesses multiple meanings to lead vocalist Dread Hart, who stated that part of the thought was, "Man, is this new beginning for P.O.D. or is this the beautiful end?" I have an opinion about that.
Wow.
Blabbermouth stated that the rap-driven Rockin' with the Best has an old-school P.O.D. sound. See, it tells you right there, old school. Nod to the Beastie Boys. Well, Always Southern California is a reggae-inflected rocker that just tickles your sack. I
have a feeling you added that, but go ahead.
And the groove-heavy Soundboy Killa is a hip-hop metal hybrid, going on to say that the dynamic title track even boasts moody electronic flourishes, glassy piano, and laid-back rapping verses for homos.
Okay. Just roll with it. Like, that was in the article. Okay, fine.
Which part is not like the other?
That just drips Mark Radlich, but I'm not going to say anything.
All right. This next one is called A Panic Attack.
Through my brain, I try to stay calm and I try to maintain. Hit your
You hear that fucking shit right there? We were doing okay. I was enjoying that, and then it was like big tings, little tings.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
That was. I remember, I thinking, God, I'm really trashing this album, but this sounds. Oh, wait a minute, that's what happened. That's again. You're having pretty awesome sex, and suddenly the girl just yells out, "Get off me!"
Yeah, this was something just like you said. I was like, okay, this sounds pretty good. I'm all right with this. There's a bit of an homage to Cypress, which is what we pointed out there on the Metal Hammer of Doom Extra about how, oh man, if they're just going to rip off old school classic, rap lyrics, I'm still down with it. And they do some different stuff with the vocals here as well. You can kind of tell they it's not something that I'm used to, but yeah, you man, I'm telling you, there's good parts and bad parts of this song.
I think your son's going insane in the membrane.
Dude, I had to mute myself to yell at him. I just had to mute myself because he doesn't understand. I told him that I'm downstairs on a podcast, but his need for waffles apparently outweighs it.
Is your wife doing homework too?
No, my wife is currently getting, I think she's currently getting up to go address Caleb right now. It's not going to be good.
Is address your short form way of saying whooping?
I don't know if he's going to get a whooping, but I know he's up there screaming because he can't have waffles right now. Boy.
I'm not going to say Jonas hasn't walked out of his room screaming he wanted waffles, but I will tell you when he did, he got the boot from Big John Studd. Melissa just turned and smiled at me. She knows what's up. I want waffles. Clothesline from hell.
Kids lay on the ground. Never again.
I'm not afraid to fuck a child up.
Right, learn your lesson, boy.
Right, Melissa?
Yep.
Melissa, you rock the party that rocks the party?
Try.
She tries.
She's like, I'm not advocating child abuse. Mark Radulich.
No, she's all about child abuse. What she's not advocating is my silliness. All right.
Nice.
Speaking of child abuse, this is on the radio.
Ooh.
I can't take the whining in the chorus of that.
They did it again.
They started off strong, and then it's like then they get to the chorus, and it's just like it's too high pitched. There's not enough bass in there, and it just sounds like pussy whining.
This is my song where I wrote down big tangs, Mark Radulich, big tangs. we got the sample back there from some kind of ragu whatever.
You say ragu, the big ragu.
Yeah, ragu. That's what I call it. You ever listen to that ragu music? A lot of Italians are being offended, along with a bunch of Jamaicans. It's bad.
I like the fact that you're referencing the big ragu from Laverne and Shirley.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you don't know about the big ragu?
I have no idea what the hell a big ragu is.
Oh.
Is he like the Swami or like Johnny Carson's? Oh crap! What was that called? I can't remember. The guy, the Karnak. I guess I'm way off here.
Are you having a stroke?
Shut up. You know what Karnak is, right? Johnny Carson's Karnak?
Isn't Karnak like a
Inhuman.
Yeah.
I knew you were on there. I'm pretty sure that the Great Karnak is his character where he looks at the envelope, he puts it on his head, and he tells you what's in, the answer is before he opens it up.
All right, so the big ragu is Carmine Ragusa from Laverne and Shirley.
Okay.
All right.
Any relation to Pizza the Hut?
That's racist. Why do you hate? Why do you hate Italians?
So I picture some big fat guy with a stain on his wife beater. So am I close?
All right, you got to look up Eddie Mecca. Eddie, Eddiemekka.
Mekka. Eddie Mecca. Okay, I kind of recognize him.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah, okay.
The big
right.
ragu.
Why how long it's been? When's the last time you watched Laverne and Shirley?
Oh, it's been quite some time.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably some TV Land stuff right there, if anything.
Why are you talking about the big ragu as far as P.O.D. goes, though?
I wasn't. I was talking about...
You were saying that song had the big ragu in it. I'd like an
reggae.
explanation.
I said reggae.
Oh,
reggae.
Reggae. Who's reggae?
If there is no reggae out there, there needs to be a reggae. It needs to be a wrestling persona right now.
Can we have another child and we'll name him Ray Gay Rattledge?
I'm looking up reggae right now.
I just got the you stupid fucker eyes.
She's probably like, I don't know if she has issues with the name or if she's just like, we are not having more kids. Mark Rattledge, not happening.
I'm pretty sure it's a little from column A and a little from column B.
Reggae.
All I know is Melissa's just like, I have to sit out here and do homework. Why do I have to be part of his stupid fucking show? She is nodding vociferously. All right.
Reggae. He comes out. He's got dreads. He's definitely wearing a rainbow shirt. It's just amazing.
Somebody call Triple H. All right. This next one. Speaking of reggae, this is called "Fly Away."
So who were you to say with life is like that life is good? And I bet whoever said it never walked up in my hood. So I wish you would, and maybe you should. You should discover what is missing since you misunderstood. Time and time again they keep on messing with my head. So I cannot lie, I'm on go miss them now and then. I don't know why it's that I try to find my way. I asked the preacher man to show me how to pray. And so I say, if I could fly away, I would fly away, I would fly away, oh glory. If I could fly away, I would fly away, I would fly away, oh glory. So take me away, where everything is okay, and tell me where I can go, where only love is what we know.
Come back to Jamaica, we hold you once more. Da, da, da. You remember that commercial?
I don't think so.
You were not born in this country.
I'm sorry, sir. We are from two different geographical areas on the United States map.
You don't remember the Come Back to Jamaica commercials.
Come back to man. I'm starting to think I do. Come back to Jamaica, man.
Get that
no
mod
idea.
out of there. Stop it, white boy. Come back to Jamaica. Do you remember that? No,
It's a tough one, Mark.
No, apparently I can't remember to take the garbage out, but fuck, I can remember the Come Back to Jamaica commercial. And apparently so does P.O.D.
Oh, well, yeah, they're not going to let that go. Looking at their About section on Spotify, 2 U.S. cities are in the top 5 of where people listen. Number 1 is Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Sao Paulo,
48,
okay.
Sao Paulo. 48,935 listeners. I don't know if that's per month or if that's all together or whatever. But
what's the second one? Wales, Africa?
No, Mexico City, Mexico.
Okay.
And then third is Los Angeles.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they're clearly based out of California. Then for some reason, Chicago, U.S. makes up number 5.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's hard
Santiago.
It's hard to hear P.O.D. with all that gunfire, though.
Waka waka, Chicago. Chicago, you're a violent city.
Hey, Chicago, shots fired.
That one's good. I'll give you props on that one.
Thank you.
Put that shit in your set.
That's going in my 5 minutes.
On. Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Shots fired. She's like, shut up, leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
All right.
Yeah, Fly Away, my Mellow Island Elements is just kind of all I had there. It's not. I'm not feeling P.O.D. at all in this.
No, they should be hawking like vacation packages to Jamaica.
Absolutely.
Yep. I want you to go on YouTube and look up the Come Back to Jamaica commercials from the 80s.
This is from the 80s?
Yeah, it has to.
Okay.
Everything I fucking remember is from the 80s.
The 90s were a blur.
Might have been the early 90s. I watched TV then too. But I feel like a lot of the stuff I bring up on here is from my early childhood. Anyway, I'm gonna play another song. You're going to back me up and try to find that Come Back to Jamaica commercial. So here we go. This is Listening for the Silence.
All these strangers, everywhere is danger. This anger has got me hating everyone that I see. And all these faces, I'm so afraid of the state of my mind. Everyone's looking at me. I can hear the chaos and the fear. So I'm listening for the silence now. I swear I can hear it so clear, even though it's loud inside my head. So I'm silent, my fear. And you don't hear what I hear. Can you make the voices disappear? So I keep listening for the silence.
It's fine. It sounds neutered, to be honest with you, that song. It seems like they were going for heavy and they couldn't bring themselves to be men. Did you find it?
I did. You want me to play it? I can flip over my mic here.
Yeah, hit it.
All right. Hold on a second. Bear with me because I ain't got the flippy do down like you do. So hold on just a second. I'm gonna do this.
I think we've lost him. He got affected by Thanos' snap.
Come back to Jamaica.
We will raft you into the sunset.
What's old is what's new.
We'll match you at cricket.
We want you to join us.
We'll intoxicate you with hibiscus.
We made it for you.
We'll paint you a picture.
So make it Jamaica.
We'll dab you with turquoise.
Make it your own.
We will excite your imagination.
Make it Jamaica.
We will surprise you with Shakespeare.
Your new island home.
Come back to the way things used to be. Make it Jamaica again, and make it your own.
Make it Jamaica. Your new island home.
That brings a tear to my eye. The memories.
Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Here's the bad part is I didn't hear a word of it because I can't hear it. But I saw the video, and it definitely looked like they kept saying. Did they keep saying "come back to Jamaica"?
Yes.
And did they say "big tangs" at all?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You're lying.
If you get a chance when this is over, you should throw it up on your Facebook page. But
I'll do it right now.
But I'm telling you, man, like give it a listen when we're done. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll tell you, you didn't hear me, but I was like, that brings a tear to my eye, man. That's a memory right there.
Oh, nice.
How did you never see that fucking commercial growing up?
Well, I think we've talked about it on here before. I think it was the early 90s, dude, was when we moved out to the country, and all I had was the antenna and got channels NBC and maybe CBS on a clear day. So,
yeah. All right, fair enough.
That's the way things work there, Mr. Metropolitan.
Yeah, all right, here we go. This next song is called "Dreaming."
When the whole world goes dark, and what happens if the sun won't shine? It's like, what happens when everything falls apart? And what happens if the bad guy wins tonight? You don't want to let go, and I won't say I said so. And what would happen if we all lost our way? And what happens if our mamas just don't pray? Dreaming of a better
That song is made up of sighs.
The heaviness is gone, Mark Radlich.
Yeah, the thrill is gone. Thrill is gone.
The thrill is gone. So I did want to say I like listening for the silence. I think of the songs on this album, that one was up there for me. Now, Dreaming, I mean, you could say maybe it's better than some of their slower songs off of here, but you know that's not saying a whole lot because it's you know. So
the bar is low.
Yeah, precisely. So again, I think we've got maybe 3 songs so far that aren't something that you're just going to completely throw away.
I was saying nothing has been better than Rockin' with the Best, though.
Rockin' with the Best is good. I think I am going to make a case for one other one off of here as we go forward that might eclipse it.
Fly away because now you want to take your family to Jamaica.
Exactly.
I would recommend like an all-inclusive, by the way.
Okay, sure. What's that mean? Is that
you don't know
like
you don't know
is that
an
a happy ending?
All right. We're not talking about jerking off, sir, or getting a hand job.
I'm surprised. Wait a second.
I say all-inclusive, and you immediately go to hand job. I'm not entirely sure why, but an all-inclusive...
That's what you asked for. You walk into the massage parlor, you're like, I'll take the all-inclusive.
I'd like an all-inclusive, please. Sir!
We're not that kind of establishment.
This is not that kind of... No. Please, put your... We're not rocking with the best here.
Put your pants back on. My goodness.
No, an all-inclusive resort, sir.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's not like it's not segregated, or what's that mean?
I need to somehow work that into everything I talk about tomorrow. An all-inclusive resort means you don't have to drink amongst the blacks.
One water fountain.
I just got a disapproving nod from my wife. It's not my fault. He's the one that doesn't know what an all-inclusive resort is.
I'm waiting for an explanation.
An all-inclusive resort means that you pay one price, and then like the food and drinks are free.
Oh, okay, I got you. So it's like, can you have as much as you want?
Well, is the alcohol free too? Okay. Okay. So like you pay, let's say $1,000, right?
Yep.
And then you have all the booze and all the food you want.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And they'll like bring it to you in the pool.
Oh, yeah. One of our friends here, a podcast friend of ours, actually went on a vacation to, gosh darn, I think it was Bahamas, I believe. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was Hawaii, but either way, I remember he was talking about getting messed up, and I'm sitting there thinking, man, how could you got the trip number one, And how can you afford all the drinks? Because I know that's got to be expensive, but I bet you're probably on the right track. He probably did an all-inclusive trip.
Right. Yeah, that's the trick to like go into these islands. Because if you stay in the all-inclusive resort, you're safe. If you walk outside, you'll be on the hunt for white Christ as you'll be put into white slavery.
Oh no! Jesus, take the wheel.
All right, let's move on to our next song. This is called Domino.
Mental collapse, just wait. Things don't always go my way. Who takes the blame when no one reacts? That might explain why we're headed off track. Look straight, things are gonna go my way. Push me down once and it's not okay. Fall and drop it down, well it's my choice to make. If I stood my ground, then maybe
I can't even.
This is my least favorite track.
Yeah, on that we agree. We must sacrifice Domino to the god of white Christ.
Oh my gosh, man. And it continues to say, he says Domino like at least 20 times in this song.
Fucking horrible.
And I was just like, man, avoid the Noid, avoid this track. Yeah, Domino's reference, baby.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up. Nice. Shots fired.
Well, we're almost near the end of this. I did not like that one at all.
No, that was the worst. That was the absolute worst.
This is like the bottom of P.O.D. tracks, in my opinion.
Fucking ashamed of themselves.
What are you guys doing? What are you doing with your life?
I want a domino.
No!
Domino.
I hope in that video the dad wins.
Did their penises stop working? Is that what happened? Are they just... Is it just sagging and dripping and they can't... They need that blue chew?
They
Is
have
that...
to drip. I mean, it can sag all at once. It doesn't need to drip.
It's all drippy. That song is full of drippy penises. That's what that is.
Oh, jeez. And the drippy penis of the album, that would definitely be Domino.
Why are you shaking your head?
Melissa's not down with the drippy penis.
No, she just called us sick. Well, she called me sick. I don't know. Well, she called us sick, but I don't know why she's including you in this.
I wonder myself. I did not agree to the drippy penis.
You did not sign up for the Drippy Penis podcast.
That's not the one I want to talk about. I do not want to talk about that one.
Somebody in your house is listening to Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
That's going to be... Is that going on right now? That is not going on right now. No, I have the Spotify. I am in control. There's no way Party in the USA is being played.
It just came up in my friend activity.
Not happening. As of like right now?
Yeah, right now.
I have no answers for you. I'm on this podcast, so I at least know it's me. And let me see if I hit play. Can I? Here Comes the Sun. Why is the Beatles on here?
I don't know.
I do not listen to the Beatles either. It's my daughter. I blame it on her.
Indeed. All right, let's move on to the aforementioned Soundboy Killer.
Y'all better act like you know I'm sick and tired. get blown. DJ selector, soundboy killer. I'm fully loaded on this microphone. Composition of words, lyrics, hollow point tips. Load the clip. Bang bang, I see the sound ricochet from the front to the back and silence they brainwaves. No more originals, everybody selling out the disco panic and Bobby boys are falling out. Some of them are eyes midway, me get you from my heartbeats to the drop of the bass and kick drum. It's a red rum outcome, slamming on the dance floor. We give you what you need, not what everybody asks for. Y'all got what you want, now there's no one to blame. Y'all better act like you know I'm sick and tired of playing. Y'all know the name, I'ma put it on a bullet and put it in your brain. DJ selector, soundboy killer. I'm fully loaded on this microphone. One shot to the dome, I sit back in the cut and watch your mind get blown. DJ selector, soundboy killer. I'm fully loaded on this microphone. Composition of words, lyrics, hollow point tips.
Finally, a song with some fucking balls, man. Second best song on the album by a country mile.
Yeah, this is my favorite. I think that, we're at this point in the album where you're like, where did these, where was this band at the last few 30 minutes? I mean, come on. This is what I wanted. This is what I came to listen to a P.O.D. album for. So, I mean, yeah, the top two, I think we're in agreement, are definitely this one and Who Rocks the Party, or Rock the Party, whatever it is.
Rocking with the best.
Rocking with the best. So, I mean, can't say much else other than I wish this band that did this song showed up for the rest of this album.
Yeah. If you edit some of these, like take Circles out, take Fly Away out, take Domino out, you might actually have a passable record here.
But damn, it'd be a short one.
It's all right.
Mean...
Yeah, dude, fucking Wake the Sleeping Dragon was only 30 minutes. But it was 30
True.
minutes of it. But it was 30 minutes of fucking you right in the face.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Robert Moses is a racist.
Robert Loja.
Robert Loja. Robert Moses. All right. Speaking of fucking in the face, here's Home. Nope. Just fucking no.
It's like...
There's some good on here, but not good enough to carry it over the line, and I can't handle that last song, so I'm going to go with a C on this.
C. Mark Radlich is going with a C. Yeah, I personally was not impressed with P.O.D. Circles. It was not what I wanted to hear,
they were not rocking with the best on this album.
No, I mean, again, the deception is high. They know that they had a great song on their hands, and that's why they released a video and a single for that song to try and promote this album, because that album was a great way of getting people hooked in, bring them in, and take a chance on the album. In today's digital age, though, I mean, listen, people are going to know about your album before they spend money on it. So I honestly, anymore, you can't put a whole lot of stock in that one great song to try and hook everybody into listening to the rest of the album. It got us, but I'm not going back to this, if at all, the rest of this year.
No.
So maybe one or two songs. But in my case here, Mark Radlich, P.O.D. Circles.
I'm going to throw Rocket with the Best on like my workout mix and call it a night.
Yeah, okay. It lands 28th, right below OTEP, Cult 45. Yeah, I'm putting OTEP above this one. And
dude, OTEP had more balls.
Exactly. At least then we come out of OTEP going, okay, well, I know what they stand for, and they aren't ashamed, and, they lay the shit down, and it's something that is heavy. And
OTEP was, in fact, rocking with the best.
Indeed. And they're going right above Bullet for My Valentine's Gravity, which you gave a D, by the way. You gave them a D and Circles a C, so that kind of makes sense. And you gave OTEP a B minus.
Hell yeah.
there you go. But yeah, I'm not going to be revisiting it. I think we've done enough by letting the listeners experience what we've experienced and our thoughts on it. So let's move on. What do we got coming up?
Alrighty. Next week is the Rocky IV soundtrack.
Shit. There's no better way to come back from this album than listening to the Rocky IV soundtrack.
There is no easy way out, motherfuckers. There's no shortcut home.
Oh boy.
And then of course, Sir Mix-a-Lot, he brings the big butts, but we bring the metal church.
That's right.
Damned if I do, baby dolls. Oh, Jesse and I are going to get lip to lip and dance for you.
Okay.
You got to check out the Metal Hammer of Doom to know what I'm talking about.
Oh boy.
I love that part of the video. It's just
so
the two
good
guys
stuff.
aggressively dancing in each other's face. So yeah, Metal Church, Damned If I Do. And then our Christmas album is Tarja from Spirits and Ghosts, Score for a Dark Christmas. We'll see if we don't want to kill ourselves by the end of that one. And then we're off for Christmas week, and then we come back with our January 2nd. We come back with our end of the year special. I'm going to play 4 or 5 songs from albums we didn't get to. Jesse's gonna take a bow from a violin and run it across the hairs of his penis. I'm not entirely sure what he's going to do.
How did you know that was supposed to be a surprise?
You've seen Apocalyptica. You've seen 2 cellos. Well, here comes Jesse's penis violin.
Here comes Pubtar.
And that's all the news that's fit to print.
All right, very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, go give the Radulich in Broadcasting Network Facebook page a like to stay up on top of all the great podcasts that we have to offer. All sorts of great stuff out there. We talk wrestling, we talk TV, we talk movies, comic books, metal, all sorts of subjects. You can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, right here on Spreaker.com. And, give us a like, rate us. However, don't forget about Deezer. I still have yet to find that app for my phone, but we're on that platform as well. All you got to do is type in RADULICH to find the Radulich in Broadcasting Network, and you can subscribe and get all those all that great content right into your feed. So that's all I have. Mark Radulich, I'm ready to get out of here if you are.
Let's get the fuck out. All right, thank you for joining us here on the Metal Hammer of Doom. Hopefully next week I won't be full of snot. For Jesse Starcher, I'm the disapproving. No, he's the disapproving dad. I'm ready to go to bed.
He's struggling. He's struggling is what he is.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go take NyQuil and hallucinate. Be well, be safe, and behave.